With polls showing a majority of Americans unhappy with his handling of the virus, President Trump now laser focused on a new target, the nation's leading infectious disease expert.
I don't want to hurt him. He's been there for about 350 years.
The president began his day of attacks on Fauci on a call with campaign staffers.
People are tired of hearing Fauci and all these idiots. Fauci's a disaster. If I listened to him, we'd have 500,000 deaths.
The president later on the trail in Arizona, tying Fauci to Biden.
And you know, Biden wants to lock it down. He wants to listen to Dr. Fauci. He wants to listen to Dr. Fauci. And he is a wonderful guy. I like him. He just happens to have a very bad arm. He has a bad arm.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I can't argue with Trump's logic on this one. You just can't trust a scientist who can't throw a fastball. I mean, like, why didn't he practice? What else is he doing with his day? And honestly, it's kind of weird for Trump, of all people, to make fun of someone's bad arm. Lift a glass of water using one hand, and then we'll talk. Seriously, the scientists you want are the ones who are too busy in the lab to ever learn any sports. That's why if I was hiring a scientist, my first test would be to throw a ball at them. If they catch it, they're fired. Trump is having a blast right now. He's got his job, he's got his health, and he gets to throw parties with his friends. Hell, he's even been breaking out some dance moves, or whatever this was supposed to be. Whatever tiny percentage of the black vote Trump had, he has now officially lost. I mean, this is all of the classic bad dance moves back to back. Fake drive the truck, into the whack-a-mole, 2 claps off beat, then bring it home with 3 Jeffrey Tubins. But you know what? Maybe all the big rallies and weird dancing are just hiding a deep insecurity. Because even Trump must realize on some level that his closing message of Corona is boring and Dr. Fauci sucks may not get him over the finish line, which would explain why he seems to be making contingency plans just in case.
Mr. Trump tonight suggesting at a rally he might leave the country if he loses the election November 3rd. The president, while in Georgia, saying he wouldn't feel good if he loses and perhaps would leave the United States.
Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
Ah, classic snowflake. Threatening to leave the country if things don't go his way. But on the real though, where would Trump go? He can't go to Europe because he owes their banks a shit ton of money. He can't go to Africa because he called it a shithole. He can't even go to Mexico because some asshole built a giant wall. There isn't actually a wall. I just wanted to tell that joke.